So we got a little brake line job to do here today on my 2007 Pontiac Vibe. The lines on the one side are all rusted out, so we're going to make some flares and cut some line, and then we're going to replace the hydraulic hose, and we'll get this little job done. So I just want to share a little tip that kind of goes hand in hand with brake jobs and removing wheels. I found this on YouTube. It's not my idea, but you know, a lot of times you get wheels frozen on, so just take a block of wood like that, and if you put that underneath, say about the last third of that tire, if you can see it there, just lay that underneath like that, and get a couple of nuts back on the wheel and back them off. I don't know, I've got mine backed off about 1/4 inch, and then set that down, lower that jack. That'll force the top of the wheel off, and it worked like a champ for me. So if you're sick of beating on your tires with a mallet trying to get the wheel to come loose, try that YouTube tip that come from that YouTuber, because it actually works. Excellent tip. I've got this pipe cutter. I've also got a smaller one, but the thing you want to do is after you cut your brake line with the pipe cutter, make sure you deburr it. So to do that, we'll just take the deburring tool out. Go ahead and just give that a little. You don't need much, just a little bit. Don't need to be digging at it or anything. So I'm sure you've seen this before, but those who haven't, you've got that step on there. You see that? And what you want to do is make sure the exposed amount of line is equal to the top of that step. You want to place the die inside the line, and then you're just going to take this and bottom it out on your tool. And you'll feel it when it hits the bottom. Take the die out and just run that down to flare it out. You'll have to practice this a little bit. And that's about right. Right there. And there you have it. So here's the replacement lines. We replaced that one on the back, and I replaced the hose. And then I replaced about 2 feet going from that side of the hose underneath the car. And I created a union under there. Not a compression fitting, a proper union. So we're all done this for today. We'll get them bled tomorrow, and we'll be good to go. One thing to note is that these cars, the hoses are 10 millimeter metric, and they're not the same as the one on the back of that hub there. It's a regular flare nut, so you gotta pay attention to that stuff, because otherwise you go to put the job together and you don't have the right flare nuts. So there's 2 different kinds of flare nuts on there, although they all use a double inverted flare. So that's it for today. Later.